Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
Since it is guessed that worldwide interests in digital forms of money will increment throughout the next few years, how about we investigate how much these patterns can influence the hex cost for 2022? The critical particular part of the hex task, which depicts itself as one representing things to come of ventures, is that it holds a marking capability that repays stakers as opposed to excavators. Merchants who might want to go with better venture decisions should screen the value improvement of a specific computerized coin. Subsequently, assuming you're pondering putting resources into hex, look at this video on hex digital money cost expectation, which incorporates significant targets and data about the coin's presentation long into the future. Hex, HEX, price prediction for 2022. The altcoin had a bullish starting in the year 2022. It was exchanging for 20 cents on the 1st of January. Nonetheless, the coin couldn't hold its bullish energy for an extended length of time, as its cost energized down and struck the base at 12 cents on the 19th of February. Besides, the token experienced no significant vacillations and was selling at around 10 cents until the 4th of May when it saw a van bounce back. It was exchanging at 20 cents on exactly the same day. Be that as it may, the coin before long lost pace as the pressure in the business was gotten by the negative takeover. The cost immediately moved down to 5 cents on the 25th of June. At the hour of composing, hex token was selling for about $0.057. Hex price prediction for Q3. The most remarkable part of the hex stage is its marking capability, which repays partners as opposed to diggers. More impetus interests are procured the lengthier the financial backer stakes, because of which an ever-increasing number of stakes could blow some people's minds towards the coin, which at last can heighten its most extreme cost to contact $0.0741. On the negative side, the shortfall of energizing occasions can worsen its scattering position and influence the costs to decline to $0.0525. The typical cost, however, could end up around $0.0613 because of the sideways propensity. Hex coin price prediction for Q4. The Hex group will be chipping away at conveying testnet release 2 with the key updates. In particular, marked shutout, block Wayfarer, upgraded validator revolution, and starting appropriations. These updates could build the utility of the token, cresting its cost at $0.0979. Interestingly, components like ominous discourse or a negative pattern could make the cost fall as low as $0.0654. Assuming the bullish and negative targets are considered, the normal cost might be $0.0791. Hex crypto price prediction for 2023. On the off chance that the hex cost shuts 2022's exchanging optimistically and broadens its set of experiences, with extra consolation from drives like the declared pulse chain update, hex could outperform the value focus of $0.1711. Simultaneously, normal trading tensions could take the cost to $0.1196. That being said, negative patterns could leave the cost at $0.0849. Hex price forecast for 2024. The focal plan of the coin advances income development and deflects cost falls. This doesn't infer that hex is totally absent any and all unpredictability, however it endeavors to diminish cost changes. What's more, guarantees that financial backers get cutthroat rates for their cash. This could make the necessary FOMO for the coin to contact the most extreme cost of $0.2791. Be that as it may, the decreasing stockpile of hex and low volumes could bring the cost as low as $0.1403. The typical cost might track down its establishment at $0.2036 while considering the bullish and negative targets. Hex coin price prediction for 2025. On a hopeful note, more updates moving in can work on the coin's position and make it stand apart from its competition. That being said, it could encounter a potential value climb to $0.372 toward the finish of 2025. Interestingly, Hex might exchange at a typical expense of $0.2739, assuming the market decides the cost through ordinary trading pressures. Negative analysis and horrible opinions could then cut down the expense to $0.2035. What is Hex, HEX? Richard Hart presented the Ethereum-based coin Hex in 2019. Because of reality that it is the very first blockchain.com form of a certificate of deposit. This ERC coin has since acquired prominence as a venture and open door. A certificate of deposit is a monetary item utilized in concentrated finance that ensures a client a predefined pace of interest. To the extent that they keep a specific measure of money in a proper store account. The cash might wait in the record, making such a little premium, and maybe in any event, dropping in esteem attributable to expansion in light of the fact that the loan fees are frequently forlorn. The stage created Hex, a blockchain-based declaration of store, subsequent to understanding its incorporated downsides. In opposition to concentrated certificates of deposit, the main reason for Hex is to assist financial backers with benefiting altogether. Basic analysis. While the mediation rationale and marking component are housed in the Hex Shrewd agreement, Hex use the Ethereum network for the exchange layer, send or get Hex tokens as well as communicating with the Hex Savvy contract. Hex integrates components planned to compensate activities that help capital development and forestall the wreck that initiates mischief to the worth. It permits a person to stake their Hex coins for a piece of the new Hex money issuer expansion. The Hex Savvy contract punishes stakers for ending their stake too early. Furthermore, repays them for clutching their situation for delayed periods and higher stakes. A portion of the central issues worth referring to on the task are, focuses on stakers. The Hex framework drills on paying the clients with an assurance to stake their cash for longer periods. Strives for stability, rather than other digital currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It determines its valuation on the US dollar. This shows that while their costs vary, they do so for the most part because of changes in the worth of the dollar. Hex price prediction. The undertaking can possibly be the greatest huge advantage for accomplishing total decentralization in the monetary world. The group is showing to carry more upgrades and better elements to the biological system as time rolls. This could accumulate the expected regard for the task and may make its cost top at 10 cents toward the finish of 2022. On the likely disadvantage, assuming negative patterns drive in critical liquidations, the cost might shape a negative paw and slide to its absolute bottom at $0.065. On normal the cost could track down its help at 8 cents. Verifiable price sentiments. 2019 to 2020.